let's talk about Rainbow and the Rapids, my latest character hat design, and the book to go with it. If we haven't met yet, I'm Elizabeth, and on my channel I talk about all things knitting, crochet, and crafting with the kids. The Mountain River Whitewater Rafting Tournament is coming up soon, and Rainbow really wants to win. Will her desire to win get in the way of a friend who needs her help? I learned, which common sense tells you, but for children, making friends is really important for their emotional and social development. I was inspired to write Rainbow's story because I had a home daycare for 11 years, and during that time I observed a lot of social interactions. I also started to take my early childhood education course, and part of that was really observing children in an even more intense way than I had before for our studies. And as I went through the course and reflected on my years of doing home daycare, I realized that watching the kids interact with each other was actually one of my favorite parts. And I realized that they are people, but in little bodies, which made it even more adorable when I was watching them. When the kids would come for the day, it was really sweet that they had been thinking about their goals for the day, and that could have included a show that they wanted to watch during quiet time, or a specific toy that they wanted to play with for the day. But interestingly enough, even though they were so focused on their goals, as soon as somebody needed their help, they put their wants and needs aside for the most part, and they helped the person in need. And this was the inspiration for Rainbow's story. I want to share a little bit about the book specifics. My mother, Julie Mason, illustrated each of the unicorn books, but Rainbow's book in particular, and she used acrylics to create individual canvases for each of the pages. So when I scanned them to put it in, the vibrancy and the depth of the pictures really came through. I also felt that it wouldn't do the book justice if I didn't include 2 activities to help the child, and perhaps an adult if they were younger, take the story a step further. So in this book, each book has different activities. There is a storytelling basket activity and a little book critic exercise so that they could really think about the story and what they thought of it, perhaps act out where the story would continue, and just make it even more. And that lets you, I'm going to show you the hat. This is the character here with her horn, very 3-dimensional. And I'm going to show you the back. This lets the kids wear the hat to be warm outside. It's actually super cozy because it has a square shape. And they can also use the hat to become the character, to act out the story. And finally, if they want to use it as a puppet, they could do that too, and they can create new adventures for Rainbow. The last thing that I made sure to include in each book is the full knit and the full crochet pattern with photo instructions, so that if you crochet or knit, or you know somebody who does, you can make as many of the hats as you want. Of course, if you don't make or know anyone who does, our goal at The Ruthless Crafter is to continue the tradition of handmade, so there are some limited edition pieces in the shop that you can purchase as well. Although this book was written using language for 5 to 10-year-olds, it really can be enjoyed by any age if an adult is reading to them. It is a short story. There are 6 illustrations and 6 pages. However, the book is 49 pages by the time we add in the story, the illustrations, the 2 activities, and both full crochet patterns. I also designed it so that it would fit little hands comfortably. My hands are not very large, so as you can see by the picture that I'm going to show you, it is a comfortable fit to read. You and your family will consider adding rainbow to your library and your headwear collection. You can visit the shop, TheRuthlessCrafter.com, and we will have some books and limited edition finished hats that are ready to ship in there for you. As Eleanor Roosevelt is quoted saying, "The greatest gift you can give a child is imagination," and I wholeheartedly agree. Thank you for joining my Rainbow and the Rapids story time today, and until next time, may the yarn be with you.